What about a KH series? Like Kingdom Hearts? We already did the entirety of Kingdom Hearts. If you go to the website and go to the marathon section, you can see Heartsathon, where we 100%ed every Kingdom Hearts game ever made. And there's a bunch of highlights and stuff you can watch. Wow, this would happen to me. Crap. I don't know what I hit with that. Okay. Just kill me now. Yeah, we spent like a year and a half playing Kingdom Hearts. So we spent quite a long time playing Kingdom Hearts. It was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. There's a bunch of highlights and stuff you can still watch from it too. God, why is Dragon so bad? Yeah, all the highlights are like right in a nice little section on the website, so you can watch them all together. Your friend just attacked you. How does that make you feel? Yeah, this is why I got bad breath. So that when this happens, we don't just have to reset. Because I can actually win. We don't have to walk all the way up here and then just get pincer attacked and lose. We still took a lot of damage, but hopefully I can actually get a lot of elixirs. Yeah, I might try to kill a Tomberry or even Morph one. We'll see what happens. The thing is, I can't risk someone dying, because I have like no Phoenix Downs right now. If someone dies, I have to go all the way back to the bottom and farm a Phoenix Down. Actually, do I have... Oh, I have 4. Okay. Not bad. Maybe I will try. I don't know if this works, so we're gonna see. Okay, it does not make them small, but it puts them to sleep, which means I could hopefully Pandora's box them to death. Also, I think I missed the elixir, but oh well. I don't know how much health these things have. I know it's not a ton. I really wish this was Shadow Flare. Shadow Flare is so much faster. They give pretty good AP too. Unrelenting with the 4 months. 3 more months until the best notification. That's right. Thanks so much for the support. It's good to see you. That's an Allegane. Oh no, it's a Tender. So I'm allowed to attack him, but I gotta wait till he moves. I can only do one attack per move. Can't be sensed either, so morphing is going to be a struggle. God, that poison does so much damage. Maybe I just throw in morphs and hope I get lucky. If not, the poison will kill him. Guys, this ain't worth it. This is gonna take forever. I'm gonna get stabbed. I'm gonna get stabbed. Yeah, but how do I know he's low? I'm gonna have to count. I'm more worried about killing him before I die, which already isn't going well, as you can see. This is definitely Operation Bad Idea. Just letting you guys know. I do no morph damage. We got him! We didn't morph him, but we got him. 200 AP feels real good. 0 HP feels real bad. Yeah, I might just have to bite the bullet and, like, count. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. I have vaccines anyways. I'm worried about everything else. Are those... Oh, God, why? Why? Help! Help me! There go my 2 other Phoenix Downs. Yeah, this encounter is like the bane of my existence. I remember when I was a kid and I would stay down here for hours leveling up materia. And like on my way out, I'd get this encounter and die. And like lose hours. Get some random level 3 flare. Level 5 death, everyone's dead. Why they named this enemy Germany, I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, the scissors enemy is a jerk also. It's a magic pot. Well, Airyman is the name of the other one, isn't it? One more elixir, we're back to normal. And then I'll get pincered again, I'm sure. The first screen has a higher encounter rate? Nice. I never knew that. I always just did it in here because then you can leave faster. Is it just a higher encounter rate in general, or is it a higher encounter rate for specific enemies? I always felt like there was more magic pots on the second screen, but that was just me, you know, coming up with my own conclusions when I was a kid. I do kind of wonder what situation we need to be in to where we can actually beat the final bosses. We're gonna need a lot of elixirs, but if we have a lot of elixirs, I think we can do it without too much more. I feel like we need Shadow Flare, but just because we do like no damage with anything else. But other than that, and I mean, like, maybe shield, but... I said, does the first room have an increased encounter rate with everyone, or just, like, specific enemies? Does Christopher drop Phoenix Downs? I'm not sure. That'd be really nice if he did. He might. In fact, I think I remember that being the case. Any progress with Doom? We had a pretty good run today. Got to level 7. I forget what he's... It's something stupid. Earth drum. I guess it's not that bad. It does damage. Oh no, it wasn't an imp, it was me being stupid with the pinkies and not stunning them. It's my own fault. I severely underestimated the pinkies. If they, like, pinball you, you just die. And I let them pinball me. Give me a Phoenix down, that'd be sweet. Ugh. I get, like, no drops. I haven't gotten a drop yet. I got eye drops from an Aligmane once. That's it. It might have something to do with me stealing. Not yet. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. We'll do that then. That's so weird. Maybe because the screen's like smaller, they made the encounter rate bigger. So I should steal from Gighe, but not steal from Christopher. So I can get the Phoenix Downs. That's really nice then. This fight gives me a Phoenix Down and a Elixir. For one fight that's relatively safe. As long as he doesn't use his stupid death attack. Hey, can your boy get that elixir, please? Please? No. Why? Just why? Why are you the worst? Should have thrown the earth drum. I can't get Angel Whisper. I don't have Manipulate. Otherwise, I would have it so fast. I would get it immediately. That would be, like, incredibly helpful. Thank God I got the Phoenix down. Okay. This isn't going very well. I'm not getting a ton of elixirs. In fact, I'm at 0 at the moment. Great. My luck is just stellar. Oh. I just need to stay away from this encounter for a while, and I should be able to start stockpiling elixirs. Because I shouldn't take much damage from anything else. But I can't stay away from this fight. What's up, human? Right now I'm using Bad Breath to attempt to start stockpiling elixirs so I can actually do stuff. Because right now all I'm doing is surviving. And not actually getting anywhere. As soon as I get elixirs, I have to use them to heal back up, and then I get more elixirs, and then I use them to heal back up. And then somebody dies, and then I have to try to get a phoenix down, and then everyone takes damage, and I have to use my elixirs. And it's just like an endless cycle. But if I can stop getting into this fight, I should be able to start getting elixirs, because with Bad Breath I can pretty much get through every fight without too much damage. The only issue is if Christopher uses Suffocation Song. Yeah, the only thing I'm getting is experience. I'm not getting a ton, but I am getting a little bit, which helps a bit. Not a ton, though. You don't get a ton of, like, defensive stats from leveling up. And my attack stat doesn't matter much because I have starting weapons, so the multiplier sucks. And then I also get max health, like more max health, so that helps a little bit with not having to use elixirs as much, but certainly doesn't help against Suffocation Song. And yeah, I can't switch party members, which sucks. If I could switch party members, I could at least, like, do that instead of using Phoenix Downs. Hey! Don't die. That'd be sweet. Are they spinning? I never knew they did that! I never knew they spun around in circles. Oh my god, I have no idea who I'm targeting. I think that's right. I never knew they spun around in circles when they're asleep. That's hilarious. Oh, it's not because they're asleep, it's because they're confused. Dude, that's amazing, though. Dude, this mod has taught me so much about this game. Every time we go through a mod, I learn, like, at least one new thing, but I've learned, like, 9 new things while playing through Scavenger. Things I've never seen before. So 3 turbo weathers and a ton of AP is pretty nice. Too bad they don't give XP, but I ain't complaining. Yeah, you can morph those into protect rings, but that would be tough to do. Actually, they might be sensible, because they don't have a ton of HP. I might be able to pull it off. I wish they could be poisoned, though. There we go. No, that's not right. Yo, loot box with the $50! Holy cow! Give me some of that foam in the chat. Holy cow, thank you so much for the $50 loot box. Where's my legendary skin? I thought this came with a legendary skin. I got bamboozled. Thank you so much. Holy cow. That is incredibly helpful. This fight feels incredibly nice. I get experience, I get AP, I get an elixir, I sometimes get a phoenix down. This fight's really, really nice. And it just costs me a bunch of MP, which I can get turbo others really easily, so. I can get Shadow Flare from Dragon Zombies, which is my next goal once I actually get some elixirs. I already got Pandora's Box from him, but I need to get, well, I've gotten 2 Phoenix Downs in a row from Christopher's. I need to get Shadow Flare, but Shadow Flare is going to be rough, because he only uses it once he paralyzes somebody. So you got to get kind of lucky. What's funny is killing these guys is safer than running. If I run, I usually take 1, 2, or 3 hits. But if I just bad breath right away, I only take 1 hit. On a rare occasion, you can run away without taking any hits, but it's kind of rare. Yeah, he gives sadness, which is nice. I was getting sadness from the tadpole enemies before, but now it's wore off because we've all died once. Could you use Confusion to get Angel Whisper? I don't believe so. I don't think they use Angel Whisper at all, even if they're confused. I could be wrong, though. That might be something we could look into. That would be insanely cool if it worked. Angel Whisper would, like, solve literally all my problems. every problem would be solved if I had Angel Whisper. Crap. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, maybe I should leave soon, just in case. I think this just, like... I think the game's trying to tell me, like, yeah, it's time to go. Oh, no. He was my bad breath. Okay, good. It's inner script? Ooh, boy. That might be the play. I think we're gonna go try it. That would be absolutely incredible. That would solve all the issues. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Well, actually, I think I have echo screens. No, I don't. I have eye drops. I thought somebody dropped echo screens, but no, I think it's just eye drops. You know, one of the worst items in the game, other than ink. You know, if I ever make a mod that isn't just vanilla, I'm about to put text in the game for ink that just says, "This is useless, throw it out." She's immune to confusion? Rip. I was rooting for you. It's alright. Let's go see if we can get Shadow Flare. No, tissues are better than ink. At least tissues can't waste a turn. And they say that they're useless, basically. Ink is actually completely useless and wastes a turn. I blame mattresses for ink. Yeah, that's what I love about this, is that the final dungeon is actually really hard. So, like, it's the final test of your scavenger prowess. So, I actually really love the fact that this final dungeon is really difficult. Why is ink useless? Because darkness does nothing to enemies. So, if you give an enemy darkness, it doesn't actually affect them in any way. So, an ink just gives darkness to an enemy. It doesn't do damage or anything. Ooh. $3,000 HP. Spin them up. Yeah, no enemy has the attack command, and the way that it's programmed is that darkness makes the attack command hit less, but they don't have the attack command, so it doesn't do anything to them. I might actually be able to do this. Okay, that happened. Okay, that happened. Don't kill it. Oh my god, we might do it. Ow! Morph that ball! Oh my god, we did it. We actually got a protect ring. We actually got an accessory that does something. That's actually pretty sweet. I mean, protect ring isn't the best thing ever. It wears out really fast, but it'll help with our grinding because we'll take less damage from everything. Because most things only hit me in the first couple seconds of the fight, so... But, like, for the final bosses, I don't see it helping a ton. It's just gonna wear off. But... it's better than a sneak glove, because sneak glove does nothing, so... Show him your beast. wasn't even my final form. Beast mode activate. I really wish Galleon Beast did more damage, but him having his starting weapon does not help the damage at all. If he had like his own multiplier, he'd probably be doing a ton of damage, but... no, as far as I remember, Protect Ring only gives Protect, and that's it. And Magic Barrier. I could be wrong, though. A lot of stuff in this game has hidden stat boosts that it doesn't tell you about, so... Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Vincent's Limit might actually be useful against the final bosses, because, like, we don't have a lot to do other than just attack. So, I might actually use Vincent's Limit. For the first time ever, it might be useful in the history of Final Fantasy VII. You know, to be honest, I don't really know. I think if I had a ton of elixirs, I might actually be able to go down there and win right now. It's just, I have no way to heal right now, so I would just get creamed. I have no way to heal and no way to deal a lot of damage. So I would just take damage and be like, well, it's over. If I had Shadow Flare, I could at least do damage, but I would still run out of steam pretty quickly. That's why having Angel Whisper, if I could get Angel Whisper, it would solve all my problems. I could probably just go fight the final boss right now. Because I would actually have a way to heal, a way to sustain permanently. Right now, all I can do is throw elixirs. Once I run out of elixirs, I'm just dead. So... yeah, I had no way to heal when I beat it on Complete Chaos. I also had Quadra Magic Bahamut 0. So, like, you know, that was a thing that happened. Angel Whisper is full, cure, and revive 2 in the same materia. In the same move. So, if you're dead, it revives you to full, and if you're not dead, it revives you to full. And it only costs 5 million MP. Oh yeah, that's right, it does Asuna too, doesn't it? God, Angel Whisper is really good. Angel Whisper is so good. It does cost a lot of MP, so it does have a downside, but it's not nearly a good enough downside. It truly blows my mind how good enemy skill is. If you have enemy skill mastered, you can put on enemy skill and not put on Asuna, life, restore, any damage, barrier, M barrier, all. There's so many materia that you can just leave out because enemy skill does it for you for cheaper. It's like insane. Like, it's not just the fact that the skills are good, it's the fact that it opens up your entire materia slots. That's what makes enemy skill so good. It's one materia and it does so much. Wow, it's only 50 MP, really? I must be thinking a new threat then, yeah. God, that's insane. Enemy skill too good. You can see why I decided to not put manipulate in the game in this mod, because you know, you'd be so strong. It would just become like, let's get the enemy skills and win mod, which was not the purpose. I don't see any reason to fight him. So, yeah, that was the original reason I took out manipulate. Because the whole purpose is like, the reason I give you steal, sense, and morph is because they don't do anything to make fights easier. You can't, you know, use morph to deal more damage or anything like that. The thing with manipulate is it actually makes fights easier. It allows you to defeat enemies easier just from having the materia. So that was the original reason I took it out. And then later I was like, well, it does make certain sections free. It makes, like, Genova Death free, even without the Fire Ring, because you get White Wind. And it would make this section a lot less fun because you'd have Angel Whisper. It would make a lot of sections easier with Aqua Lung. Any section where you could hit the world map, you could just go get Aqua Lung. I don't know what this is gonna do. Okay. That's worth. Also a bunch of remedies, that's nice. No, I don't think we ended up getting beta in this run, because at that point you can't heal. So fighting the snake is not fun. You can't heal, you don't have any armor. The snake's just kind of like, you're dead. Hey, Uprisen! Thank you so much for the raid, my man. How's it going today? Is there a fun challenge you can do with vanilla? I would recommend, if you don't want it to be too difficult, you could do initial equipment. Initial equipment's pretty hard, but it's not impossible. I mean, you can just level up and it'll help you a lot. It makes it so you have almost no materia slots the whole game, so you really have to, like, think hard about who you give what materia to. So it's kind of fun. It's fun without being, like, incredibly annoying. If that sounds too difficult, you could do initial weapon as well. Initial weapon just kind of forces you to use different skills instead of attacking. A lot of people will tell you if you want a good vanilla challenge, do no materia. But I just don't think no materia is very fun. You just kind of go through the whole game, like, attacking everything, and it's just not fun. Or you go get a bunch of dragon scales and just throw dragon scales the whole game, so I don't know, it's just not like a super entertaining challenge for me. I like initial equipment because it, like, forces you to equip only a couple materia, so you really have to, like, pick and choose what materia to use. Another fun challenge I did that actually ended up being a lot harder than I thought it would be was ×3 on PS4. Put the game in ×3 and keep the game on active. And it's a rush, dude. It's so much fun. Like, fighting Lost Number ×3 fastest battle speed active was like the most insane fight ever. I'm like smashing my buttons trying to get off attacks in time, trying to get off heals in time. He gets off like 3 attacks before you can even think about getting to your menu. It's like crazy. That challenge was really, really fun. And again, that's another challenge where you could just level up and you could get through it like without too much hassle. Yo, Hazuki! My man! How's it going? Long time no see, man. How you been? I missed you, dude. I hope everything's been well. Yeah, ×3 is really fun. It exceeded my expectations. I did not expect it to be as fun as it was. But it was, like, super fun. I'm gonna have to go back. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to survive. I don't even have elixirs, so I can't kill this guy. We're gonna have to go all the way back. But we got some experience. We had a good time. We had some fun. Could you mostly poison your way through? Not really, because a lot of things will obliterate you if you try to wait for poison, because they attack so much. I mean, you can poison your way through ×3 active just as much as you can poison your way through the regular game. Except whatever you're poisoning is going to hit you like 5 times before you get the poison off. That's good to hear, man. I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah, sneak attack helps. But I mean, you don't get sneak attack for a long time. And sneak attack's also a pain to get, so if you get it, it's worth it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with the ×3. Like, I forced myself to use ×3 for everything. So I had to, like, do the Shinra HQ puzzle. I had to do in ×3. Which was really hard, the vault numbers. I had to do the snowboarding in ×3, which was hilarious. I actually hit more walls than I did snowboard. I had to do like the Tifa slap fight in ×3. So yeah, it was fun. That challenge was super fun. Yeah, the safe. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word safe. I said vault instead. It's the same thing. Safe, vault. Medicine cabinet. Initial equipment chaos with ×3 minigames. I honestly, I don't recommend chaos. Like, regular chaos maybe. Complete chaos, the way I did it, was a nightmare. Like, I don't know if I can recommend it at all. It was a nightmare. Not having heal for, like, the entire game was just the worst thing ever. And granted, that's what happened here, but you have a lot of other things you can use. You have Yuffie and Eris the whole game to heal you. Regular chaos, I didn't, like, actually make up a regular chaos, but if I had to come up with a regular chaos, it would be like randomize everything but give everyone a restore materia, or at least one person a restore materia every section, and not fastest active battle speed the whole game. And I don't remember what my other things were. I would say, like, if you want to do a complete randomized playthrough, but have, like, one restore materia at all times, that would probably be a pretty good run. But I'm warning you now, If you don't do a restore materia, it's a headache. And no bronze bangles, yeah. Throw out your bronze bangles. It was completely random every time. I just had terrible luck and got bronze bangles way too much. I have nothing to blame but my terrible luck. What's up, Coffee Mike? I think the remake should have, like, Heidegger join the slap fight. Like, they're sitting there slapping, and then Heidegger comes out of nowhere and, like, slaps Tifa, and then Scarlet's like, how dare you slap her? I'm slapping her. And then Scarlet slaps Heidegger, and then he, like, falls off the cannon. That'd be the best. Also, I think if you did complete Chaos, or a regular Chaos run, you'd have to give, like, yourself a way out. Give yourself, like, 3 rerolls throughout the game or something. Because I had a couple rolls that I'm surprised weren't impossible. Especially the last roll. The last roll, if I had not gotten Quadramagic Bahamut Zero, it would have been impossible. So, I mean, I was so lucky to get that, because everything else I got was trash. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the job run. I've always thought the job run would be awesome, because that's like my one big complaint about the game, like I've said many times, is that the characters don't really have classes, they're not well enough separated. But doing a class run just doesn't work very well. It sounds good in theory, but it just never really pans out. For whatever reason. It's like, you try to make like Cloud an attacker, so you give him like 2x cut and slash all and stuff, but you don't get those materia until way later. Then you try to make someone else a magic caster, and they're just way too good because they get all the materia. And then like Yuffie's a thief, I guess, so she gets steel, but then like what else does she get? And like what does Kate Sith get? Is he like a tank? In that case, what does Barrett get? Like, I don't know, it's just too hard to like, there's not enough different stuff in the game to make it work well. Yeah, Complete Chaos is on YouTube. Yeah, instead of job run, just play New Threat. Like I said, it's great in theory, but it just doesn't really, the game isn't well enough balanced to like make it work. I don't know why I attacked. I mean, it's not too hard to make classes in this game. Whatever you want to make, you can just make with materia, but my issue is that the characters themselves aren't different enough. The idea is, like, you can make anybody anything. You can make Sid a Magicaster if you want. You can make Cloud a tank if you want. But there's no reason to use Cloud over Sid, because you can make either one of them either one. The only difference is very slight stat differences, which that would have been one thing that would have really helped if they made the stat differences bigger. But the stat differences and then the limits. But the problem with the limits is that they're not much different either. You know, that's probably the two things that I would do. If I could go back in time and be on the Squaresoft team that made Final Fantasy VII, I would make the stat differences more crazy. So, like, Barret would have a lot of vitality, and Cloud would have a lot of attack, and Cid would have a lot of speed or something. You know, like, really make the stat differences a lot different. And then make the limits really unique. Because right now, there's almost no reason to have Barret over Cloud, because Barret's attacks are just like Cloud's. They just do big damage, but Cloud's are better. You know what I mean? And, like, Cid has, like, super strong limits. And then someone like Yuffie, she has a healing limit, which is cool, but everything else is just like, oh, it does damage. Oh, this does damage. Oh, this does damage twice. Oh, this does damage with Earth element. But they're not, like, different enough, you know? I want, like, Yuffie should have a limit that has an auto-steal. She's the thief, so she should have a limit, like, Grease Lightning should steal. And then, like, her level 2 limit break should have, like, an auto-steal. And then her level 3 limit break should have, like, a steal that gets you 2 of the item instead of 1. Stuff like that. And then, like, Barret should have, like, a limit that maybe gives him a bunch of vitality or something. Or, like, gives him an automatic cover. Like, 100% cover for the rest of the fight or something. And then, like, Cloud should have, like, the multiple hit limits. And Cid should have, like, something completely different. Maybe Red 13 should have, like, magic-based limits. So that would be, like I said, if I could go back in time, that's what I would do. You know? Because that actually makes them different. Right now, they're not different. You could have Cloud with a bunch of attack, and then just take everything that's on Cloud and put it on Yuffie, and it'd be the same character. The only difference is if you have Omni Slash, because obviously Omni Slash is nuts. But, like, that's the only big thing. Throughout the game, they're too similar. I like the fact that you can make any class by giving a character materia. You know, you can make Cloud a magic caster if you want by giving him a bunch of magic materia. But it still doesn't mean that you can't just do that to Cid as well and have literally the same character. So, if I could change one thing, that would be what I would change. But, like, just doing a class run where you give people only the materia that makes sense just doesn't do enough. You need to change more than that. You need to change, like, their actual limits. Because that's what makes each character their own characters, their limits. That's the one thing that a character has that no one else has. They do have different weapons, but the weapons aren't different enough. Cloud has a nail bat, but Cid has a mop, so it's like, doesn't matter. The only thing that's super different is their ultimate weapons, but that's post-game. I mean, I think, like you said, hindsight's 20/20, because if you were to just make each character a class, I don't think that would be better, you know? I don't like the idea of having the characters in this game be classes, because that's what makes materia so cool, is that you can, like, mix and match. Like, imagine if all the characters in this game were, like, hard classes. Like, Cloud does absolutely no magic damage. Cid does, like, 1,000,000 attack damage. Kate Sith is, like, the ultimate mage. Then there'd be, like, no reason to have materia, because there'd be no reason to put 2x cut on Kate Sith, and there'd be no reason to put fire on Cloud, because they just don't do anything with it. So at that point, all the materia would be hard locked onto a specific character, and that gets rid of the whole purpose of materia. The cool thing with materia is that you can mix and match and constantly move it around and say, oh, this person uses this, and this person's going to be my tank, and this person's going to be my magic, you know. That's what makes materia fun. If you got Comet materia, and the only character that Comet materia was good on was Kate Sith, then it'd be a waste of the whole thing. But that's why I say change the limits. Give the characters a lot more personality through their limits, and have it do stuff that's, like, specific to that character. Like Yuffie in particular, they really missed out on an opportunity. Could you imagine some of the really cool Yuffie limits? Like I said, first limit, Grease Lightning, does damage and steals. Second one, does damage and automatically steals. Third one, automatically steals and takes like 2 of the item. Fourth one, steals from everybody and gets an auto steal or something. Then maybe the other ones could do like status ailments, because she's like a thief, so like she could have like the status ailment game. The first one does like blind and silence, the second one does like confusion and poison. Her final limit is like a super bad breath or something, you know? Eris is the only one that gets cool limits, and you don't get to see any of them. So, big rip. But, like, yeah, Yuffie in particular could add some really cool limits. And I always thought that, like, Vincent's limits suck. And it's not just because you can't control them. If they decided that you can't control Vincent's limits, like, fine. But they don't do anything. They have, like, 2 attacks, and they just do damage. Like, why? He should get something really cool. Like, Chaos should, like, every turn get stronger or something. Or, like, deal constant ailment damage. Or, like, do something, like, unique. Instead of just being like, okay, now he does damage. Because that's, like, 90% of the limits. 95% of the limits in this game can be described as, we did damage. You know? You get some cool ones like Lunatic High and stuff, but most of them are, okay, we did damage. What did this one do? Oh, it did damage. Well, what did Vincent's do? Well, he transformed and then he did damage. You know? Yeah, it makes me sad because Aerith's limit breaks are amazing. They're so cool. But most players will never see them, and even if you do see them, they're not useful. You never fight anything where it's like, man, I wish I had Great Gospel. Oh yeah, I love the fact that they have all the limits with Eris, because it really does make you feel like she's coming back. The only hint you get is the Princess Guard. That's it. But you don't know that that's her ultimate weapon. You just figure like, oh, it's a really strong weapon for Eris because this is her temple. So you don't really think twice about it. But if you knew that that was her ultimate weapon, you'd be like, wait a second. But everything else is done so well. She doesn't get her limits any faster than anyone else. You know, shops still sell her weapons and stuff. Like, you definitely can't tell. What really got me as a kid, I remember when Eris first died, what really got me as a kid was when you go to a shop, it still shows like her spot where she should be. And that always killed. I was like, wait a second, she has to come back. She has a slot. Like they wouldn't just not have that slot. Like, she has to come back. She comes back at the end of the game or something, and you can use her. Because there's no way. Why would that be there? You know what I mean? Like, even in the PHS, like, there's a spot for her. You know, like, as a kid, I would totally psych myself out. I'd be in complete denial. Like, no, she's definitely coming back. Like, there's still a spot. I still have all of her weapons. Like, she has to come back. There's so many games that I played that had, like, death scenes in them but, like, this game did it the best out of any game. That's why it's so memorable. It truly, like, psychs you out. Yeah, I cannot get an elixir. I just wanted some more elixirs so we could go get Shadow Flare. That's not an elixir. That's a giant beast. Oh yeah, Genova Life is like one of the biggest reasons why the death scene is so memorable. That fight is like pristine video game design. The fact that like you don't know if she's dead yet and you have to go through that whole fight wondering what's going to happen afterwards, and the music is playing, and the fight is actually a pretty difficult fight. Unless you have the right stuff. But, yeah, like, it's one of the best game design decisions of all time. Is that fight, for sure. Sid is starting to do an okay amount of damage, even with his starting weapon. He might be our ace in the hole.